voice record again. Okay, welcome back everybody. You're watching the Premier League Season 3. This is a Premier League playoffs match. Empire versus Dignitas. This is from the winners brackets to decide who advances through to the finals. And it is Team Empire on the Radiant side up against Dignitas on the die. This is game 1 of best of 3 series. My name is Trumpman and I am joined with Eternal Envy from No Tide Hunter as my co-caster. Now Envy, you said you haven't watched, well, in fact both of us haven't watched a lot of these teams' games in recent times. That said, you know, there's a few heroes out and about as usual. Of course, Nyx Assassin has been getting picked up a lot more recently. How do you feel about him in this current metagame?
I'm not gonna act like I know him that much because we rarely use him, and he's only been used in the last like a month, and I wasn't around. But I don't know. I think his stun duration is insanely huge. It's one of the longest stun durations in the game, especially for AOE stun. I think it's second longest next to Centaur stun. And his mana, he scales pretty well into late game. His mana burn does a lot of damage. It's like a finger of death every like 4 seconds or 5 seconds. His carapace is really annoying, and he can gank. But his laning potential is rather weak. He's melee, and his stun does very little damage at level 1, and stuns for barely like anything. It's like 0.5 second stun.
Yeah, and his laning phase has really kind of sucked ever since mana burn was changed to. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, of course. Mana burn was changed to scale, so it was better in the late game. But of course, it really does impact his usefulness in the lane. Back when it was that static burn, it was ridiculous to try and lane it. You'd never have any mana. It was so annoying. But Batrider the first pick here for Empire, and they have gone with a very early Naga Siren ban. Envy, I want to pick your brains here. Naga Siren, not a common ban at all these days. In fact, she's pretty much entirely overlooked. Any ideas? Well, Empire might be a little bit worried about this.
Well, AUI is a fairly good Naga Siren player. I'm surprised Empire even knows this though, because I don't know, they barely play Nagas. I don't know. Maybe they have a strategy that they don't want it ruined just by like sleep. And I'm surprised Dignitas went Magnus. I've never seen him pick Magnus ever. Actually, no, I've seen him pick it once, I think, with Tiny.
I think it can definitely work. I mean, Magnus, of course, and in fact, I think I saw the game you were talking about. Magnus with Tiny was utterly nuts. The amount of damage and cleave Tiny was dishing out was beyond ridiculous, and of course,
he's gonna pick Tiny.
Yeah, especially with the Wisp there as well. Not only does this keep the Wisp away from Empire, I think that's a pretty big deal. Of course, Funnick with Wisp is brutal. He is probably one of the best Wisps around. He has got such good game sense. He's always where he needs to be at any given moment, just dragging below your brains to wherever he needs to be to get a free kill. But yeah, Tiny, I would be very surprised if we don't see a Tiny here. You've definitely called this one. Of course, Magnus with Tiny is brutal, and then you throw out a Wisp to flavor, and it is nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Oh, okay. Well, I'm disappointed. I'm very.
Wait, what? That's offlane Magnus. I haven't seen any teams do this yet. Well, I haven't watched any games, so. But Magnus, with the new patch, his screwer doesn't last that long. I mean, it doesn't go that far. It's only like 400 range at level 1. So his survivability is rather low for offlaner.
I mean, it could. I mean, I'm grasping at straws here. It could possibly be dual lanes here. I mean, they might be planning to throw something like a Wisp Chaos Knight mid. That's something we've seen like in the past, and it could be Magnus just trying to pull in the jungle while Queen of Pain takes over the safe lane. Thoughts?
But then who would go? So a support jungle Magnus?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds even more ridiculous.
Sounds more ridiculous. Alright then, okay then. I don't know, I'm clutching at straws here, because like you said, Magnus, his survivability in the offlane is pretty bad these days. Like you said, the low charge range really does leave him quite vulnerable, so I would be fairly surprised if he ends up over there. But then again, you know what? It might happen. Keeper of the Light, though, being picked up for Empire. I mean, they could be going for an offensive lane here if they wanted to. Of course, Keeper of the Light, a big pain in the butt when it comes to those Illuminate spams when he starts getting rolling. And should mention that pretty much every Wisp combo that Empire can think of is being banned here. I would not be surprised if Tiny is that 5th ban. If they decide to get rid of, Sven, the Chaos Knight, Tiny will be the next logical one. Thinking Wisp, the only other hero I've seen Wisp.
Whoa, they actually left it up. What's going on here? Tiny is such a good pick here.
Yeah. Maybe this is something that we just haven't watched recently, but that's definitely I'm fairly shocked there. I really thought Tiny was going to be the next one. I mean, I was going to say the only other hero that I've really seen Wisp combo with was I've seen him rolling around once with a Templar Assassin, but she's already picked, and Pudge was the other one. I've seen Wisp and Pudge go on ganking sprees as well, but
I don't think
Again, the
AUI
lanes would be
plays-
weird if they picked a Pudge.
I don't think AUI plays Pudge ever. Well, he randoms in pubs, so he probably plays it. But then he's never really played it. So I don't expect him to pick Pudge. But I really don't like Dignitas' Queen of Pain pick. He went Queen of Pain to counter the Templar mid, because Queen of Pain nowadays can do really, really good against Templar because of the 100 mana refraction. Like, before the nerf on the refraction, they were already like kind of even. But now, like, Queen of Pain slightly wins. But Queen of Pain gets countered by Keeper of a Light mana leak. If you blink, you still lose a lot of mana. And the Bat Rider, like, grabbing the Queen of Pain is a really strong counter as well, so. I don't know about this pick.
And once Batrider gets that blink dagger, he really does shut down those mobility heroes. Gyrocopter, though, the next pick for Empire, looks like that's going to be their carry. Probably see Blow Your Brains playing that shortly. Question is, where is the Batrider and the Keeper Light going to go? I get the feeling that the Batrider is most likely going to be taking that Suicide Lane, especially with Templar Assassin there. But sometimes we see teams just abandon that Suicide Lane if they think it's too hot. And just jungle. There we go. Somehow Dignitas managed to sneak a Tiny through.
I expect Empire to aggressive trial lane with some hero.
Yeah, maybe it's bait. I mean, maybe you're right. It could be bait here. They could be going for the aggressive Tron. Keeper Light, of course, is the Illuminates in 3v3 situation where everybody's a low level. Getting hit by an Illuminate, especially when they're all charging down the lane together, getting hit by a big Illuminate is crippling. It can just swing a fight around instantaneously. But the fifth...
I think Bane might be a good pick. Yeah, Dario. So, like, the reason to why like Bane was the obvious pick is when you... Well, first off, Empire always picks Bane. That's one reason. The second reason is when you sleep, it gives you a lot of time for the Illuminate and, more importantly, the Rocket. Because generally the Rocket's pretty awful, so you just run away from it. But with the sleep, it's fairly good.
Yeah, I mean, like, you can either run away from it or in a coordinated situation where teammates actually back each other up instead of just flaming one another. Gyrocopter's Rocket, of course, just kind of gets burst down instantly as 4 heroes just target fire it as it tries to close in on its intended destination. But yeah, like you said, Bane, of course, can try and set things up and even just drag, and especially when they've got Batrider as well. I mean, they've got Batrider initiated. Gyrocopter just try and let loose a Rocket in the middle of confusion and just try and get it on there. But I'm
talking about the laning stage.
Oh, okay, just the laning stage, okay.
Yeah. The aggressive trialing?
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, I just... It could work, but then again, I don't know.
I don't know. The Wisp isn't that strong in the trialing, and I think they know that AUI is generally... There's not the reason to why they win, but, like, when they win, their gameplay is generally focused on AUI. So, they're gonna try to shut down the Tiny.
Well, pretty much. You don't want to let Tiny farm. But that said, Tiny, once he gets his arguments, he can catch up very quickly just because, of course, the cleave farming is ridiculous, especially when you have Wisp backing up. Just basically meaning he can sit down and farm and CS and be there when he needs to be there just for the ganks, just for the pushes. I kind of feel like they don't, even if they shut down Tiny fairly, like within the first the first 10, 15 minutes or so, he has the potential to catch back up if they drag this game out. That said, a lot of push power.
They're gonna aggressive because Enigma's awful against aggressive trialings because at level 1, like if you get stunned you're useless, and if you get Eidolon then you don't have your stun. So, and level 1 stun doesn't do much, so you need to wait till level 3 or 4 before you can help, or like really help. So I think Empire's gonna go aggressive for sure. Also, the Batrider against Magnus in the short lane is really good. So I think they expect a Magnus off lane, especially since Universe is playing, so Funnick's gonna go straight, safe lane against the Magnus.
And like you said, like the small range on the charge is really going to screw him against Batrider. It's just slow. If he can start stacking those napalms, it's going to pin him down immensely. Now I'm just going to call out the players here. So we've got Goblak on the Keeper of Light, SS playing Bane, Scandal playing Templar Assassin, Zlaki, I can't remember who that was, playing Gyrocopter. It's Blow Your Brain, sorry, playing Gyrocopter, and then of course Funnick playing the Batrider, duking being Funnick there. And playing for Dignitas on the Dire side, we have Tides of Time playing Wisp, Fogged playing Queen of Pain, I2000 on the Tiny, Universe playing Magnus, and Way Too Sexy on the Enigma.
I need to quickly talk about the item choices. AUI went Quelling Blade. That's awful against aggressive trialings. I don't think he expects them to go aggressive. Like you need a stealth shield against an aggressive trialing. And Universe, like, no one gave him any items. Like, you can get your Enigma to give him like 1 tango or something, or whoever to give him a tango, so he can get 1 less tango and get a magic stick, because he's gonna need that magic stick against the Batrider, and he's not gonna be able to farm the 200 gold
The battle begins.
It looks like Enigma's sitting on money. It looks like he's sitting on just enough money to get the counter wards if necessary. But this, well, I think I've just lost Envy there. Alright, Envy's just managed to crash out. He'll be back in a moment when we can find him. But as it is, A2000 is going to be a rough lane for them against the aggressive Tron. Like Envy said, this is going to be pretty tough. And looks like they've been outmaneuvered here. Well, that said, Magnus on his way to the bottom lane right now. Queen of Pain going to be taking the mid against Scandal. We'll see if he can handle this in just a second. But Fogged, of course, Fogged. What's he gone for there? He has actually opened up with the early counter wards there just to help deal with the whole trying to hide and meld business. And there we go already. Tides of Time being forced away there from the lane. This is going to slow them down quite a bit. In fact, they might even just it looks like they might even just be rotating lanes, and they're saying, A2000 already headed to the bottom lane. It looks like, yeah, they're saying, alright, screw this, we're out of here, we don't want to try and fight this, and we're going to play some musical lanes here. We'll probably see Empire give chase in a moment, because they don't want to give Tiny free farm. In fact, Magnus is already headed top. This will be a rough lane for if they decide not to rotate, this will turn into a very, very rough lane for Magnus. That said, I'm fairly sure Dignitas would be quite happy to trade the Suicide Magnus for getting some actual farm there on A2000, because there's not much you can do in that lane. There's just too much disable. And of course, the range harass is going to be fairly brutal as well. I'm just going to check Envy. Nope, still offline there. Where are we? There we go. Last hit's bringing that up. Meanwhile, though, at the mid lane there, as we can see, Templar Assassin having to burn through that mana pool very quickly. She should have a bottle on the way soon. In fact, there it comes right now. That'll help her deal with this issue. Of course, the bigger deal is right now is the fact that she no longer gets 3 refractions out of the bottle. Of course, back when it was, I think it was 70 mana or so, you could get a refraction out of each bottle charge there, whereas now she has to expend, if she's flat on mana, she has to expend a couple of charges just to get 1 refraction out of it, so just slow down fairly a bit. And there we go, that Windwalk unable to dodge the poison strike there as Templar Assassin being spotted up by that counter ward there from Fox. This is definitely going to give him a good advantage in this lane. He did he bottle? Yeah, he found himself a haste rune there. Not burning it just yet though. And there we go. Wisp already being harassed in the bottom lane. They've sent Keeper of the Light down here just to harass, and they've got the double range. The bigger issue here for Tiny is the fact he's behind on levels now. He's had to waste time charging. He's up against a solo level Batrider, and he will be spamming the absolute bollocks out of that sticky napalm. So it's going to be so hard for him to get close. And Keeper of the Light, of course, is going to be sitting there pulling. He's going to be harassing with the Illuminate charge as well. He's going to wait for Scott to register Envy, and then he'll... Nope, he just disconnected again. Never mind. See a quick pause there from Fogged. He's having, well, Fogged having issues apparently. They are playing on it. This game is being played on, in fact, I'll just get the ping now if I can. See what they're running at. They're running around about 250-ish, 200 to 250-ish for the US players from Dignitas. UCB City of 400, ouch. There we go, we've got Envy back now. Fantastic.
So, did Dignitas not expect the tri-lane and then they switched lanes after they lost it?
Yep, they pretty much as soon as they saw a trial, they rotated out.
That's, I don't know, like, that's fairly bad homework checking or homework doing by Dignitas, because Empire is one of the teams that are known for their aggressive tri-lanes. Like, I haven't watched what they have been doing for the last, like, 3 weeks. But I think 1 week was like break, so only like 2 weeks. But still, like even if these 2 weeks they didn't do any aggressive trial lanes, I mean, it should still be on their mind that they're gonna do that.
I will cut Dignitas some slack here. Keep in mind they have just woken up, so they're probably not in the probably a little foggy right now. I will just quickly side note Comcast. Do you guys even get Comcast in Canada? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, right. No, Comcast is a very, very terrible US ISP. As it looks like Magnus about to get ganked up at the top. Like Universe into trouble. That's that setup you were talking about with the rocket. The homing missile lands there. A brain sap as well. The rocket barrage. And it looks like Magnus... No, he's going to surge away over the trees. Doesn't quite get away, though. And first blood there to Bane. Bane going to grab that one up there. And it's pretty much as he called it, Envy. That rocket set up there with the sleep.
Yeah, I'm just trying to catch on what's happening in the game right now, looking at the CS and stuff. Seems like Dignitas is pretty much losing every lane.
It's somewhat. Fog was sort of harassing. Fog was doing pretty well against Templar Assassin until she got the bottle out and managed to get a haste rune. Then she got some breathing room there once she managed to pick that up. But the bottom lane is going pretty poorly for IE2000. He's pretty much down to just spamming Avalanche to try and get CS at the moment. He's really struggling to get close to lane. There we go, Flame Break now. The Funnick now going to try and get him stuck in here. So see the toss come forward there from Tiny. However, it looks like they're just going to pick off Tides here. Throws out a stun. Nicely done, but it won't be enough there. And now he's likely to get picked up as well as the creep chase him to that dead end there. No real escape. And of course, that Illuminate coming through and dealing a huge amount of damage. I don't think there's a lot they can do to salvage this bottom lane. Just with the simple rotation of Godlike down here with the Keeper of the Light, MV, there's just nothing they can do about it. Just the Tiny and the Wisp have no lane presence.
I was hoping that, well, I was pretty sure that every lane the Dignitas ran would lose, except maybe the mid lane. But the Enigma, like, if they pick the Enigma, then the Enigma needs to farm a lot in order to make up for the lane presence that he does not have. But right now he's only level 4, he should be level 6 by now. I'm not sure what happened. Did he get harassed, like, heavily?
I don't think he got harassed that much. No, I didn't notice it, although I might have been watching other lane at the time. Of course, mid was trading hits down there in the middle.
The actual timing for level 6 is 4 minutes and like 20 seconds, and right now he's still level 4. And it's 5 minutes soon.
He might have messed up a pull or two. That's also a possibility. Meanwhile, in mid, though, it looks like Scandal has managed to secure another rune. They're popping out the illusion there. It looks like Queen of Pain also just going to shuttle her bottle back and forth. Up in the top line, though, they're going for a bit of a kill here on A2000 once again. The Wisp trying to hold them off. Not going to happen, though. And like you said, it's kill after kill after kill up here. Enigma now going to... No boots, yeah, not much you can do about that. Teleport top, it looks like Tiny's going to return here. And yeah, no boots, no shield, no nothing. It's not a lot he can do. As soon as they decide to start target fire, A2000 is locked down and destroyed pretty much. And Enigma as well, just too slow to really get there and provide any kind of assistance.
The Gyrocopter went the aggressive, well, this is the common build for aggressive trialing, where you max the rocket barrage. In the safe lane, usually you get one of each and you just go stats.
Then just go for that flak, just go for that flak.
Yeah, afterwards.
Huge, of course, Flak during that mid-late game. Once he gets the minus, has a huge presence. Now, SS going to try and set up a kill here on Enigma. Way too sexy, definitely vulnerable at the moment. Transfers it off, though. Transfers a Nightmare with an Eidolon. Should be able to get away, unless you know he's going to turn around and actually gun for this, though. In fact, going to try and throw it in the stun and blow your brains. Not really going to be able to threaten him too much. I don't think they've got the speed to catch up. No, Tiny comes in from the side. Avalanche, though, doesn't have the mana to use it. Needs a bit more mana there to try and get it. They get a tether stun there on SS. SS, though, actually out of mana now. Queen of Pain jumps in, gets a kill there on Gyrocopter. They will pick off SS in a second as well, but he will get a kill there on Wisp. But I think it's worth the trade there to secure the extra kill there on Tiny to make sure he gets that experience. Now we've got Fog into trouble, gets hit there by the Illuminate, blinks away, will manage to walk away from this one. As Magnus also showing up to the party. Still only level 2. Magnus really far behind.
Yeah, that Batrider is going to have a flank tag in 2 minutes. No, 1 minute. This is looking so bad. But, well, they just got to... They just got a double kill as well, so... But still.
This is true. Batrider is definitely having a very easy time down there. Magnus now taking over the mid lane while Queen of Pain is missing. Of course, just trying to make maximum use out of this farm time here. Queen of Pain in the back, though. They see the side traps getting tossed down there. That's actually visible. They have a counter ward. Ooh, nope, no counter wards. Just disappeared. Bit of a fight going on behind the Roshan pit, though. Queen of Pain trying to give chase here to Bane. Bane may have overstayed his welcome. A slow being tossed down there by Templar Assassin. Brain Sap as well. It may have been bait here at the moment. SS, so losing health rapidly. Here comes a call down. Sonic Wave tossed down. Will pick off Bane. Call down to finish, though. And now Magnus running for his life. He's got no skew up. He's been slowed there by the Sonic Trap. 8 seconds left on the next one there. Batrider now coming from the opposite direction. I don't think there's any escape there for Universe. He will get picked off. So we've got a 2-for-1 trade there. Bane turning out to be quite good bait indeed.
7-minute blink there. He has more gold than... Like, he has a blink and he still has some gold left.
He's got more gold than he knows what to do with now.
Sell the flask. You don't need that flask. Come on. He dropped it. He wants that flask. He really wants that flask.
Okay, no, he's just going to leave it there for later. Meanwhile, he's going to go to head to mid, and he's got the lasso up. They could go for a gank here. No, nobody knows he's got the blink yet, I think. So he should be able to catch someone out by surprise before it's revealed that he has this. Meanwhile, Tiny up in the top lane, just trying to catch up on his CS. He's 23 to 4. Oh boy, that's got to sting. Long way behind. Looks like Bane now scouting at the enemy jungle. Going to walk into Enigma in a second. Has picked up level 6 there. They don't have any vision up. He's back in a blunder straight into this. In fact, Bane could be in some trouble there. There's the Malefus. Now the Eidolons. He's got a full split there. What level are they? Only level 3. Still going to do a lot of damage there. Throws down the black hole as well. Wants this bad. Avalanche on top of that. And Tiny will take the kill as he also finishes up his power trades. Although it looks like they're going to pick off Tides there in return. An easy kill here for them. Flame Break as well with Illuminate. Not much Tides can do to get away from that one.
And they got the mid tower.
Yeah. Still going fairly pear-shaped for Dignitas. They're going to need... That said, though, I mean, if Empire get a little over-aggressive, a couple of team fights go wrong, maybe they can salvage something here. The Scandals spotting up Fog. Do we have a Lasso? No, Lasso's on cooldown, of course. Just use that Flame Break. Going to knock him forwards with the slow there as well. Fog should be able to back off from that one. His Blink is only level... If it knocked him backwards, I think they could have taken that kill. His Blink is only level 2, so he hasn't got that much mobility just yet. And he's still pretty squishy.
Yeah, they would have got the kill. But, I mean, they don't really need the kill. Right now, like, Empire's... Like, even if nothing happens, like, they're completely happy with what's happening right now. They have total map control.
Have total map control, as well as around about a 6,000 gold lead at the moment. There's not much they can do to defend this. Dignitas, every time they try and get in here and defend the tower, it's just Illuminate after Illuminate coming out of Keeper of Light. He's just spamming those non-stop. He's going for the Chakra and Illuminate. And there we go. Now we're going to have a sticky napalm toss down a Queen of Pain. She goes for the... Doesn't even have a chance to blink. Shut down by the Rocket Barrage. And like you said, he has maxed that out indeed. Although the homing missile's still only level 1. I guess he's just going to leave it at that because it is really not that great of a spell. Bottom line, though... Yep.
I've never seen anyone level that spell up, ever, except Pubs.
Yeah, it's not very good at all. Meanwhile, Enigma trying to build a mech, not really getting too far with that at the moment. Still only level 7. Like you said, he's a little bit behind. Spanic now managed to get a stun there with a tether there. As Tides comes through with that, although it looks like the Firefly going to do what it needs to do. Illuminate comes through, doesn't hit anybody. The homing missile does manage to hit Tides there. Queen of Pain jumping in, Blowbrain in some trouble. Skewer, cooldown being used. They're going to hit way too sexy twice. Needs to back up. Templar Assassin with a haste. A meld hit there to finish off Enigma. Didn't have a black hole up anyway, so it wouldn't have been that useful. They pick off Galaxy as well. Universe once again. A2000 down some serious trouble. The Fiend's Grip. They pick off Tiny, and that's 4 heroes down. A buyback from... buyback there from Gyrocopter. Queen of Pain blinking out. Fog going to have to back up. 4 for 1. I think that's definitely a very good trade there for Empire. And they're probably going to take a tower to boot as well.
Well, I think this game is like really over, so I'm going to talk about something neat. What Fog did right there was that he casted ultimate on Templar Assassin. He instantly canceled it because he knew that Scandal was going to refraction time it. Okay, I'll explain later.
OW, go ahead. I mean, right now, like you said, it is pretty much over. That's it. SS throwing down the Brain Sap there. He's out of mana, though. Stick charge is not available for 6 seconds. Will get picked off as he go 3v1 against him. Small victories, though, as they do pick off Enigma once again. Way too sexy, falling victim to that. And it looks like Dignitas are just going to retreat towards the top tower. But you want to explain the refraction dodge.
Yeah, so the cute thing that Fog did was he knew that Scandal was waiting for him to cast ultimate, so he refused to use his refraction until after Queen of Pain uses ultimate. And the very moment the Queen of Pain uses animation for the ultimate, Scandal pressed refraction, but Fog knew that, so he canceled his ultimate too and blinked out. So that was pretty neat.
Sneaky plays, but yeah, like you said, Empire have control of this match, and really just the initiation value they have right now is just too hard, I feel, for Dignitas to really deal with. Of course, Batrider is all over them, and they can try and set up the fight from a fair distance off as well, of course, with the Illuminate and the slows there from Templar Assassin to boot. It is definitely going to be fairly frustrating for Dignitas to find some form of control. I mean, really their only real hope to win a fight here is to try and bait someone out of position, but Empire have been pretty good about not overextending so far. With that
well,
said,
if they get a 5-man black hole into 5-man RP, reverse polarity, sure. But
I don't see the Empire walking into that with
that's not happening.
Maybe they'll get cocky. Who knows? But there we go. Lasso once again. A2000 the target. Dignitas is going to get picked off once again. A2000. Polarity though being it was used actually. It got cancelled there for a second. Fiend's Grip. There's that black hole catching 2 heroes here. Gobbler gets caught down there. Now trying to get clear. That doesn't really quite manage to go. So way too sexy. Also get a drop down as well. Batrider going down. Picks up a triple kill there as well. Looking for 4. It will be an ultra kill for him. Can he make it 5? Actually, no, somebody else already jacked that last kill there. So he'll have to settle for an ultra kill. And it looks like a tower also getting picked off. Maybe 2, in fact. As Blow Your Brain is up in the top lane as well, trying to push that one down. Has picked up an Ogre Club as well.
Well, right, I'm not sure why Dignitas isn't forfeiting. I think they know this game is over. But the thing about these type of games is that they lost because of picks and because of the lanes. So even though it looks like they're getting stomped, I think next game they're gonna be confident still.
Well, like you said, yeah, they were outdrafted pretty heavily. Here's the melt hit there, melting Wisp, pretty much taking out a good half of his health in one fatal blow there, as it looks like Universe trying to get clear. Another Mel barely escaping with his life there. You see the Nightmare being used to pin down Fog as Empire decide to back off. 4 staff there as well on Batrider, has managed to pick that up, and now we see Scandal charging forwards, not too worried about going toe-to-toe with Tiny, tossing him away there. Stun gets tossed down on Scandal. Scandal, they're looking for the final hit here on Tiny. Tiny don't manage to stay clear. The slow on Templar Assassin holding down. Illuminate comes through, just missing A2000, would have finished him off there for sure. It is a maxed out Illuminate at the moment. But Empire still pushing in there, as it looks like Lawyer Brain being left to farm in his own up in the top lane. Nobody really harassing him at all.
Actually, I think the one thing Dignitas might be considering is that, like, even though they're losing by a lot, Lawyer Brain isn't that farmed. He's decently farmed. It's only 14 minutes. It doesn't seem that way because all the towers are down. But it's only 14 minutes. But he doesn't even have his drums yet in a game where he's winning a lot. So.
This is true. He's not overly farmed, but I think probably the bigger issue is right now the fact that Funnick as well as just Templar Assassin are so out of control. In fact, Templar Assassin almost has a BKB. She just needs another, what, 700 gold or so. She'll have that one up and running. And of course, I mean, as we've seen, Batrider is just all over them. Like a bad case. Oh, there we go. See what I mean? Blink in, drags him back to the lasso. So easy there with that 4-staff as well. The Fog actually might... Nope, not happening. Templar Assassin on top of him. Bane also getting that kill there as well. SSV, that in fact looks like... might even be drums being picked up on Gyrocop. Oh, no, there it is. He has picked up the drums. There we go. I was wrong.
This can't be healthy. Why aren't they forfeiting?
Maybe they're just trying to... Like I said, they've just woken up, so maybe they're just sort of... Maybe they're just sort of warming up kind of deal.
Okay.
There's
no way they think they can win this. There's absolutely no way. They're probably just stalling for time. Yeah, just trying to wake up. Eating food maybe. Eating their breakfast.
Well, Tidy's picked up his own club. They're still working towards the arguments. Nigma went Nigma actually went straight for a Medallion of Courage. I thought that was going to be a mech, that chainmail that he had, but I was incorrect. See, Illuminate going to come through. They're not going to hit anybody. They are wary of that one this time, clearing the way there. SS is... not probably that vulnerable. In fact, they're throwing up a ward there on the high ground, making sure they can see exactly what's going on. It's the blink out there.
Well, the Medallion of Courage is probably just because he knows he can't farm the mech before the important fight, which is their base. So he's like, okay, I can afford a Medallion of Courage, so I'm just going to do that.
Well, I mean, right now they don't really have a huge source of physical damage. There's the Batrider blinking. Where's the Batrider going? He's picked up somebody. It was Universe. Throws down the polarity, picking up Scandal as well as Funny, but not really in a position they can capitalise on. Call down being used. They will pick off the Wisp. Fiend's grip on 80,000. There's that GG. We knew it was coming sometime soon. And it will be a quick start there for Empire. 1-0 lead as we go into game number 2. It was a 16-minute match there. Very quick one indeed. And like you said, Dignitas probably just trying to wake up. Not much they could do about that one. Outdrafted to the max. Unfortunately, that offensive
I don't know if they got
trialing.
outdrafted. I think they got outlaned. The problem with their picks, it wasn't their picks, it was the fact that they never expected Empire to go aggressive trialing when Empire always does that. Had Dignitas predicted the aggressive trialing and they went aggressive trialing as well, then, I mean, Magnus is fairly hard to kill, even though, like, he's not gonna get much farm because he's melee, but he has Score and he's next to his tower, he's strength, so he's not gonna die. But if Dignitas went aggressive trialing against Batrider, which is fairly easy to kill, I mean, it may have been okay. It's just that they went aggressive versus aggressive, and there's no way in hell, I mean, not aggressive versus aggressive, trialing versus trialing, and there's no way in hell they're gonna win that. And there's no way in hell Magnus is gonna beat a Batrider either. So that's 2 lanes down already. And expecting Fog to destroy Scandal, one of the best mid players one of the best mid players, on his best hero TA is fairly stupid as well. So there's no, like, they were bound to lose, like, most of the lanes.
Yeah, that was pretty hard. It was a rough game for them. Queen of Pain was doing okay, but then Scandal managed to start picking up runes, and I should notice. Wisp Fighters consist of 5 GG branches. Ouch. That's got to sting. Anyway, guys, we're back in about 5 minutes with game number 2.